set up. Just let me take out my trusty little iPad, make sure to put you guys up to the side, and I think we're ready to go. Give me a quick stream in before I go to bed. Maybe set this a little bit more straight. Uh-oh. Almost dropped you guys. Sorry about that. The best I'm gonna get it. That's how it looks to you guys. I don't like that. Okay. Yeah, I know. I forgot the voice I even gave to this Aristotle dude. Now, does anyone have any questions? I do, Professor. Could you please tell me all about your school? What an excellent question. Here's a gold star for asking. Our academy has 3 courses to choose from. Students seeking to be lawyers take the lawyer course. Likewise, budding prospectors take the prospector course, and future judges the judge course. Wow, you have everything here for someone who wants to seriously pursue a career in law? Yes, well, that's what makes our school special, and today even more so. After all, we are to be treated to a lecture by the legendary attorney Phoenix Wright. We can't wait to hear all about his return to the legal profession. You're giving a lecture, Mr. Wright? But you're not even a professor. Yeah, well, I'm just giving them what they want. Hey, what's up, Zay? Okay, today's plans. Did you know you were meant to be giving a lecture here today? Yeah, sort of. But I came here early because I was supposed to have a meeting with the head of the judge course, Constance Court. It's been a whirlwind of a morning. Let's leave it at that. Professor Court. She's a wonderful instructor, but quite unpunctual. Oh, so that's who's late. From what I've heard, our esteemed Mr. Wright here is scheduled to hold a training seminar tomorrow in addition to today's lecture. A training seminar? For lawyers? What exactly does that involve? Why, it involves the very skills that make a lawyer, my dear girl, with these shiny, pearly, chip scallop teeth that I have. The on angle when shouting objection, the proper way to strike the podium. How to project one's voice, and most importantly, how to bluff your way to victory. Huh? Who exactly do you want me to teach stuff like that to again? What a wonderful question. You just earned yourself a gold star. the great honor of taking a seminar by a famous lawyer and a famous prosecutor. That is at stake in this mock trial, the crown jewel of the school festival. The mock trial in question is a prestigious event that every student aspires to win. The top student in the lawyer course and the top student in the prosecutor course face off in a simulated court case set in this very school. As for the case itself, we select the best script written by a judge course student in our and base our case on that. Ooh, a one-on-one battle? How thrilling! So if a student studying to be a lawyer wins, they get to take my training seminar? But what if the other student wins? I'm not a prosecutor, so there's no cause for alarm. We have a famous prosecutor ready for just such a case. But exactly who is it? Well, that is a special surprise. A famous prosecutor? No, it can't be. As it means, forgive me for interrupting you and your guest. I'm Juniper Woods, a senior in the judge course. Professor, the trial will begin shortly since you'll be delivering the pre-trial speech. Would you mind waiting up on the balcony until we're ready for you? My, how very organized you are, Juniper. You just earned yourself a gold star, too. But what about Professor Court? Well, I suppose she'll arrive eventually. Now then, I trust you will look after our visitors, Juniper. Yes, of course, Professor Means. Juniper Woods? Is that you? Hmm? Then, Dina, I almost didn't recognize you. I didn't know you were back from Europe. Wait, you two know each other? What a coincidence. We've known each other since we were kids. We're like best friends, right, Junie? Yeah. Well, we live close to each other, so we used to play in the forest together. Yeah, like a lot. Why won't you look at me? Guess I shouldn't be surprised since we haven't seen each other in a long time. Anyway, we're supposed to go wait in the waiting room, right? Not that I would be, or that, not that I would mind taking in the mock trial you're putting on today. Unfortunately, the mock trial is only for students and faculty. There's only one seat reserved for Mr. Wright, but no other exceptions are allowed. Yes, I'm very sorry, but it is part of the student curriculum after all. I hope you won't mind remaining in the waiting room until the trial concludes. Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping to learn something new today. I'll tell you what, Apollo. Why don't you take my place? What? Really? Sure. Besides, I'd like to meet with Professor Court as soon as she gets here. Aw, no fair. I want to see the mock trial too. Sorry, but I'm gonna let Apollo pull what little rank he has. If it's okay with Professor Means. But of course, Mr. Wright, if that's what you wish. It's settled then. We'll expect a full and detailed report, Apollo, so pay attention. Being the new kid sure stinks. If you would please follow me, I'll escort you down to the waiting room on the first floor. Still no Professor Court. It's been over 30 minutes. And Mr. Wright's snoozing away on the sofa. This is so boring. I should have hid in the lecture hall and spied on the mock trial. Ah! What was that? Athena? I could have sworn I just heard something fall down and break. If you go running now, they'll think it was you. Well, it wasn't me. I think it came from somewhere outside. Oh, well, we better get to go have a look, seeing as everyone else is in the lecture hall. Okay. this stage for some sort of concert? Kind of reminds me of a courtroom. Wait, Athena, behind the witness stand. What? Ah! Professor Court, can you hear me? Professor! Wait, that's who we were supposed to be meeting with? It looks like our meeting's been canceled for us. No way! This can't be real! I called the police. They should be here soon. I'll go tell everyone in the lecture hall too. No, wait. We'll find out soon enough once the police get here. Let's do our own crime investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Huh? Are we even allowed to do that? It's no big deal as long as we leave it exactly like we found it. Plus, no, never mind. Anyway, we should look around while the scene's still fresh. But, okay, you're the boss. I guess I really do have to examine the body. Well, I guess I better get used to stuff like this if I want to be a full-fledged lawyer. What do we have here? A book? I'm guessing it fell out of her chest pocket. Oh, wait! What if it's her diary? That's the most private thing a girl has. True, but considering the situation at hand, my apologies to the late Professor Court. No, don't! Routine report. Need to speak with Hugh O'Connor, the 23rd. Meet with Hugh about that report yesterday. Important. 24th, 9 p.m. Prep for the mock trial. Final confirmation. 1 p.m. Meet with Mr. Wright about the training seminar. 2 p.m. Mock trial begins. Looks more like a planner than a diary. Every page seems to have the same sword mark printed on it at that. I still think a girl deserves a privacy, but this may help us solve the case. It's an arrow stuck in her side. Gunshot wounds and stab wounds are pretty common, but arrow wounds? This is a homicide any way you slice it. In other words, we have a murderer on our hands. A murder? Here? So, that makes this arrow the murder weapon. Well, that and the bow that shot it. Right? But where could the killer have shot her from? The stage is a sea of obstructions. No expert on archery, but it can't be easy to hit a target with this much stuff around. Would it be possible to kill someone by stabbing them with an arrow? I'm not sure. Guess we better do some investigating before jumping to conclusions. The arrow that pierced the victim's side is stained with blood. She was bound. Notice anything strange about the body? Take a deep breath and take a good look. Well, now that you mention it, there's no blood around it. Yet the victim's body is cold and rigor mortis has already started to dissipate. It would appear that quite some time has passed since Professor Court was murdered. Thing is, the quad was packed with students up until the start of the mock trial. Wait, then doesn't that mean she was killed at a different location? Oh, I know. The killer moved the body here while everyone was in the lecture hall. That's a definite possibility. Notice anything else? Her arms were raised over her head and there are dark bruises around her wrist. Yeah, the professor was probably tied up with something. Eventually, her wrists were unbound, and as she reached up to stretch, she was killed. Eventually, her wrists were unbound, and as she reached up to stretch, she was killed? Actually, I'm not so sure about this theory. Well, there's not exactly a lot to go on. I think that's all we're gonna find out from the body for now. Nice work, Athena. His face only turned 5 shades of pale. I was expecting 50. We should probably take a picture of the crime scene just in case. Okay, I'm on it. Say cheese. Cheese. I thought I was the one with the twisted sense of humor. I think that should do it. Alright, let's take a better look around the area while we wait for the police to arrive. This pile of rubble sticks out like a sore thumb. Looks like broken pottery or plaster. Maybe this is the source of that noise we heard. There were supposedly 2 statues on the stage. I seem to recall hearing that a co-ed from the Fine Art Club had made them. There were 2? And that thing over there is the remains of another statue? This could be related to the case. Let's take a closer look. Something buried in the rubble. Demas Herald? Wait, we shouldn't disturb it. Let's just read what we can. So there's 3 students involved. Pending declaration of love rocks the campus. Final act in Troy, love triangle centered on campus she-devil Juniper Woods. Level-headed lawyer course genius and hot-blooded prosecutor court student will go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the she-devil's black heart. Hugh O'Connor has declared that he will confess to her if he wins. Wait, what? I seriously wish I hadn't read that. You find that more shocking than discovering a victim's murder or a murder victim's body? But we're talking about my friend Junie here. She's never led on guys like that. Athena, you don't believe everything you read, do you? This article is clearly written with malicious intent. I'm not buying a word of it. You're right, but it's still disturbing, even if it's a third-rate tabloid material. School paper with a malicious scoop of an alleged love triangle involving Junie. Wonder what was this statue of. Whatever it was a reddish purple in color. When Apollo and I first got here, both statues were already there, or here, but they were covered up. I bet they were waiting to unveil them when the school festival moved here to this stage. You mean this duffel bag looking thing was actually being used to cover the statues? I guess that leaves the question where they broke them by accident or on purpose. What a puzzle this is. Mr. Wright, Athena! Oh, here comes Apollo. I've never seen anyone move so fast. Listen, something big's happened. I was at the mock trial when the police announced the body had been found on campus. That's right, and we're the ones who phoned it in. Found Professor Port's dead body beside the witness stand over there. What? Can you show me? What the hell? Already had a quick look at the body. It's definitely a homicide. Once the police get here... No, I know it's a homicide. I'm shocked because it's the same. Exactly the same. Whoa there, Apollo. Take a deep breath and explain what the hell you're talking about. It's the same. The body, that is. It's just like how it was in the mock trial. What? It's like the mock trial? I know, it sounds crazy, but... The body's location and position, the murder weapon, and the lack of pooling blood... It's exactly like the mock trial! You're kidding, right? It really can't all be the same, can it? The whole school is in an uproar. There won't be any more classes today. Murder on campus. That's the last thing I expected at a legal academy. I'll go tell Professor Means what we observed when we discovered the body. You two wait here until we've spoken with the police. Yes, boss. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe we have to wait around here. I can't stay still at times like these. I hope Junie hasn't faded from the shock of this whole thing. Athena. Athena. There you are. Junie, am I so glad to see you. I was worried that... Don't worry about me. I'm the student council president after all. I need to be strong. Student council president? Wow, I'm impressed. She really's changed. She used to be kind of sickly and shy. Juniper, was it? You mind if I ask you a few questions? Yeah, we're stuck here waiting for the police, and there's not really much to do. Sure, what would you like to know? Oh, but then that's... Sorry, but I couldn't help reading it. You were always popular with the guys. But that's not true. I was never... You just didn't realize it, but that made you even more irresistible. It's been 7 years, but I still remember how the boys wanted to be near you. I bet you used to get all excited when the guy handed you a love letter, and then got really bummed out when he'd say, "Could you give this to Juniper for me?" How did he know? I'm sure it was just a lucky guess, but why did it have to be Apollo of all people? Damn. Tina, you know the school rules for you to have such things in your possession. As student council president, I'm afraid I'll have to confiscate that. Hand it over, please. But this is important evidence. Oh well, then I suppose we can make an exception just this once. Wow, she's one tough law and order type of president, alright. I haven't seen you in ages, Junie. What's it been, 7 years or so? Yes, and I remember how you were always there for me, Athena. Maybe it's just me, but I wanted to ask why you seem so distant. Remember how you used to call me Athena? I liked it better that way. It felt like we were sisters, you know? Yes, but I'm student council president now. And as the student representative of Diamond's Legal Academy, I have to act properly. She was never this stiff and formal before. I knew you wanted to be a judge, but I didn't expect this. It's such a prestigious school, and you're in the judge course to boot. Yes, and Professor Court has been in charge of it until, well, you know. Oh, right. Professor Court was the professor in charge of Judy's course. What sort of teacher was Professor Court? If I had to sum her up in a single word, I'd say she was amazing. A judge must always seek the truth. That was her mantra. And she used it in trying to fix what was wrong with our school. She was a beacon of hope in this dark age of the law. What's wrong with your school? What did you mean by that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Am I imagining things, or did I just detect something in Junie's voice? The court chose my script for the mock trial. Oh, you mean all of the students in the judge course have to submit a script? And yours is the one that she's elected? Wow, that's amazing, Junie. Oh, thank you, but now Professor Cordes. Who would do such a thing? Just yesterday we were working together trying to get things ready. Excuse me. Oh, that's the good shit even 6 months earlier. You're alright, Junie? Maybe you should take it easy for a while. So she's still got that cough. Guess she's not as strong as she pretends to be. Why do you need a script and a showdown between a lawyer and a prosecutor? Well, we were simulating a trial, so we need a script as framework. All the details about the incident and the people involved are within the script. We were also prepared a crime scene, photos, murder weapon, and all kinds of other evidence. Wow, you guys think of everything. Must be hard getting all that ready. Yes, well, it was only Professor Court and I. Until we didn't want the script or other elements of the mock trial to get leaked. We were the only ones in the entire school who knew all the details. Must have been a big pain in the... I mean, that must have been really difficult. I wrote the script so that the case could go either way. That way, the defense and the prosecution both had an equal chance of winning. If you think that's all she's capable of, you got another thing coming. Huh? Who said that? Oh boy. Juniper's genius doesn't stop at her brilliant script. Yeah! She gave an award-winning performance as the defendant, man! I think I found a rival to my core to steal. Hugh, Robin, aren't you going to introduce yourselves to our guest? As student council president, I wouldn't have you treating them rudely. You're right. I heard Mr. Wright was bringing in a couple of guests with him. That would be you two, Paula Justice and Athena Sykes. Yep, I'm Athena Sykes. I'm Apollo Justice. Nice to meet you. I'll pass on the handshake. I'm studying to be a lawyer. My name's Hugh O'Connor. But some call me Mr. Perfect because I never score less than 100% on tests. Most pretentious introduction ever. And what's with his hand? Is it glued to the inside of his pocket or what? Eesh. I hate this guy. Let me be the first to apologize for Hugh's rude introduction. Sorry! Now, here's my intro. I'm Robin Newman. I'm studying to be a prosecutor, like the really cool kind that nails the bad guys. No! Where's the sincerity? So, he makes pottery too? And what's that brace-like contraption for? Shooting sure has made some unusual friends. These two were the lawyer and the prosecutor in today's mock trial. And even though I wrote the script, I also played the part of the defendant. Final act, a torrid love triangle centered on campus she-devil Juniper Woods. Level-headed lawyer, court genius, and hot-blooded prosecutor, court student will go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the she-devil's black-hearted. Wait, these two are the guys who supposedly have a thing for Junie? Juniper, come on, your role is way more beyond that. That's right! The mock trial is just a start. She's also the school festival's main event. Live on stage, Juniper Woods, and the crowd goes bananas. Yeah! I'm supposed to sing at the school festival? All of the other girls were too embarrassed to try out, so... My Junie singing? On a stage in front of people? Wow, she really has changed. I was responsible for making everyone's stage costumes. Oh, that looks like Lamoire's outfit. And this is what I'll be wearing. That's amazing, Junie. But then again, you were always good at that kind of thing. The constellations in particular are really something. Ooh, thank you. One of my favorite things to do is look up at the stars in the middle of the forest. Huh, so you're a fan of the night sky? Wow, Apollo, I didn't even know you were such a romantic. It's not like that. I have this friend, he and I go way back. Who got me really interested in space. Wait, you had friends when you were young? Color me surprised. As student council president, I cannot allow such mean-spirited teasing to continue. I think she's angry. The costumes were no problem, but as for singing, I'm not sure No! You can do it! That's right. Anyone who says otherwise will have to answer to me. It's like a chivalrous love triangle, a damsel in distress and two knights in shining armor. Maybe that Diamond's Herald article wasn't too far from the truth. Speaking of the latest news, I wonder how the mock trial turned out. So, how did the mock trial end? We were just about to reach the verdict when the police arrived. Now we'll never know how it would have turned out. I guess that's what happens when there's a real murder during a fake murder trial. It ended right before the verdict. Talk about bad timing. How was this close, man? I bet I would have won. But I bet the defense wasn't doing too badly either, right? We'll settle this some other time. I assure you I will win when that time comes. Like I'm gonna let that happen? I don't think so. I hope they don't end up hurting each other. Oh, don't worry. The three of us have been good friends since we enrolled here. We even have proof of our friendship. Proof? The physical proof? Yes, we're studying for a career in law, and in the legal world, evidence is everything. Yeah! As long as our friendship lasts, you can bet we'll be carrying them around. Ah, the famed famous legal academy ingenuity at work. So what exactly is this proof of friendship anyway? Well, it's a secret, and if I show you, it would be bad luck. Oh, okay. I knew it. There's definitely some discord in Junie's voice. Our friendship is sacred and inviolable. It's not something to be put cheaply on display. Proof? We don't need no stinking proof. Us three are friends forever. I can hear discord in their voices too. But they're talking about their friendship. What's going on here? Something wrong with Dana? No, it's nothing. Oh, alright then. Hey, isn't that... Everyone stay right where you are. Don't move a muscle. Aw, shit. The Detective Fulbright? Is something wrong? Why, if it isn't my little lawyer friends. Sorry, but the small talk will have to wait. Jennifer Woods, you're under arrest for the murder of Constance Court. What? Wait a second, what's going on here? Why are you arresting Junie? Please, Detective Fulbright, we are involved in this case too. So you're the lawyers the dispatch said were first on the scene. I can't tell you everything, but I will say this. There are two major reasons for her arrest. Number one, the suspect led somebody to where the body was. Yeah, I didn't. And number two, the crime scene is exactly how the suspect portrayed it in her script. Well, what? You can't arrest her on just those grounds? True, but there's more. However, Prosecutor Blackwell specifically told me to say no more than that. So Blackwell's the prosecuting attorney on this one too? Detective Fulbright, we found this in the suspect's pocket. I guess there's blood on it. That's evidence we made for the mock trial. A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing, but it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy. Now, if you would, officers. Yes, sir. What? Julie! I have to do something. I can't let them take her away like this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
Hold it! Hold it! I refuse to believe that she's the killer! Junie! I've decided. I'm going to defend you. I'll fight with everything I've got. Nina. Junie, it's good to hear you say that name again.
So Juniper's voice is Dana, and hers is like more. I hate to interrupt your bonding time, but aren't you rather new to all this? You're barely even a lawyer. Well, I don't have much experience, but I may need Apollo and Mr. Wright's help at times. But nobody believes in Junie as much as I do. I'll help you too, Juniper. There's no way you murdered your professor. Dina, Apollo, thank you both. I'm counting on you. We've got your back, Junie. I guess things worked out after all. Now that you have your lawyers, Miss Woods, it's time for us to head back to the station. Oh no, don't tell me that. Turnabout Academy's gotta be one of the most hated cases in the whole franchise. Oh no. Don't say that. Like, please tell me, is it really that bad? Because I've had worse cases, dude. I can't believe I accepted her case without asking Mr. Wright. Take a deep breath and relax, Athena. I'm here to help with whatever you need. So let's get right on the case. Right. I won't have this case left in the hands of rank amateurs. If anyone's gonna solve this case, it'll be me. Time to investigate. Why, that smug little, he hasn't even finished law school. Oh, yeah! That was totally rude! And you're not the only one on this case, man! I'm in it too! Big time! Shut up, Woods! I'm gonna save you! Now that those two are gone, let's get back to what I was talking about in front of the stage. About the mock trial, that is. Oh, right. You said the victim's position and so on were just like the script. Exactly. But without the script or any props, it's kind of hard to explain. Perhaps I could help. Air forehead. Gavin! Prosecutor Gavin! What are you doing here? You two seem to know each other. Is someone going to introduce me? Why, I do believe we have a fresh face here. Greetings, Fraulein. I'm Clavier Gavin. Some here know me as a prosecutor, but I'm most known for my former rocker band. We were quite popular, you know, but regrettably the band went kaput. Perhaps you've heard of us, the Gaviniers. I was the lead vocalist. Never heard of your band. Then again, I was never out of the country till recently. But, can I get your autograph? You just met him like 3 seconds ago and you want his autograph? Forgive me, Fraulein, but I've retired from the music biz. But I'd be happy to offer my autograph as a rock star prosecutor, Clavier Gavin. Oh, okay, that one then. She's a lively one, eh, forehead? Didn't know she was your type? She's the newest member of the Wright Anything Agency, that's all. Nice to meet you. I'm Athena Sykes. A pleasure to meet you too, Athena Sykes. Now that the intros are out of the way. I'm sure you have some questions for me, ya air forehead. So, what are you doing here, Prosecutor Gavin? I'm here for the same reason as your boss, to give a lecture and a training seminar. So he's the famous prosecutor they invited? And I have another crucial role to play. The Gaviniers are getting back together for a one-time special performance. Even though you guys disbanded? Which was a shame, by the way. Really? Yeah, I know how much you adored our music, Airforehead. Anyway, I studied abroad in Germany to get my badge early, but I did graduate from here. Wait, so that performance Junie mentioned, I see you've already heard about that. Our student representative was selected to sing with us on stage. And the stage was supposed to look like this tomorrow. Two big banners and a pair of wicked statues. This is just an illustration, but it's not half bad. Wicked statues? Wait, are those supposed to be you and Mr. Wright? Bingo, Fraulein! And they were so big and magnificent too, with a terrible waist. But the worst part of this whole thing is, my long-awaited reunion with my mentor never came to pass. Wait, don't tell me your mentor was Professor Court. She was the one who taught me how to think about the law. Damn it. So Constance Court was your professor here at the academy. She may have taught the judge course, but she had a huge impact on me. She was fond of saying the end is only justified through proper means. She wouldn't tolerate dishonesty and always revered what was right beyond it all else. I can feel Prosecutor Gavin's sadness. Oh no, I think I'm gonna cry. Dana, are you tearing up? Though I can't blame you. Prosecutor Gavin knows a lot of who he is to Professor Court. Exactly. So as you can see, we are both joined in purpose, so to speak, yeah? Now, let's rock this place hard. Huh? I don't follow. Let's rock what? Forget already, Air Forehead. I said I'd help you explain the mock trial. We're going to reprise it right here in the lecture hall. It might help us catch a killer. Mock trial reenactment. All rise. What the hell? Right. The stage is ready. And you, Air Forehead? Ready to rock? No. The defense is not ready to rock or roll. You saw the actual mock trial earlier, right? Just relax. You'll do fine. Besides, we have the script right here. Oh, Jimmy's masterpiece. The one everyone's been talking about? Yeah, and there's only one in existence. I borrowed it, if you will. Now, Fraulein, we'll need you to play the part of the defendant and judge as per the script. Okay, got it. I've only read the case outline so far. I don't know how it actually turns out, but I'll treat it like I'm prosecuting a real case. You, Air Forehead, will play the part of the fledgling lawyer, a role you were born to play. All the evidence is also here with us. We have everything we need to reprise the mock trial. Très bien, let's get started. Defendant/Judge Athena Sykes is psyched and ready to rock. Court is now in session for a reenactment of the mock trial. Or what I'd like to call the mock trial. Yeah, double mockery perhaps, but a trial is still a trial. October, baby, it's no holds barred. Let's rock. Aw, can't we take it easy today? It may just be a mock of a mock, but there's only one way to compete. You play to win. So remember, each time I catch you slacking off, I'm holding you in contempt of court. Great. A judge that voices her own objections and abuses her judicial powers. Now then, Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement, if you please. You've got it, Fraulein Judge. Our case is set in a school very much like this one. The victim, a professor, female. The defendant, an archery club member, also female. Oh my. I'm innocent. Innocent, I tell you. That's some seriously bad acting, Fraulein. Anyway, the victim's body was discovered in the middle of the quad. Here's a shot of the crime scene. Ironically, it was Professor Court who posed for the corpse. Her Forehead, how did the mock trial participants react to this photo? Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Court was wearing. He reacted with, "Oh, the green sweatsuit." It's not exactly what I would call or would pick the focus on, so why would he care so much about that? Too much of a fledgling to know what's important, that one. In any case, both in the mock trial and in the actual case, Professor Court was wearing a sweatsuit. Moving right along. Hey, wait a damn second. The body was discovered in the same area as the mock case, although there was a stage. Plus, the murder weapon, and arrow, and the lack of blood are also the same. That's right, and therein lies the significance of this mock trial. So let's keep rocking it hard, just like that. Before the crime occurred, the defendant was to meet with the victim in the quad. Let's see here. When I arrived in our meeting place, I found the professor with an arrow in her stomach. But it wasn't me. I didn't kill her. You don't have to ham it up like that up here. It's called getting into character, Air Forehead. Don't be such a wet blanket, yeah. Right. Let's see. Oh yeah, then you said the frail co-ed used her bare hands and stabbed the professor with an arrow. I don't think so. At the time of the murder, a male student was seen holding a bow in the archery club room, which has a clear view of the quad. He shot the arrow into the victim before a client even got there. Nine, Air Forehead. That famed swagger does not fit you in the least. Order! 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 Especially you, Mr. Justice! Me? But I was just trying to get into it like Mr. Arrow Rocker said. So, the victim was shot from the archery club room before the meeting even took place. So, my theory is, what if she got shot and she somehow, like, was going there to leave a message or some shit like that, and somehow fell there and didn't leave any blood. Hence, the defendant cannot be the killer. That seems to be the defense's assertion. Prosecutor Gavin, do you have any objections? The autopsy report notes that the edges of the victim's wound were unusually ragged. Could such physical trauma possibly result from the arrow shot from a bow? No. I believe the victim was impaled with the arrow by hand, post-mortem. In short, the real murder weapon was not the arrow at all. When Robin was the prosecutor, he had a tough time determining the real murder weapon. Well, he's just a student, a warm-up act. Well, I am the real deal, the headliner, so to speak. The true murder weapon was most likely the awl that was left in the art room. An awl? What's that? An awl, you say? What might that be? It's a kind of tool used for poking holes in paper, wood, and other materials. It's kind of like an ice pick. I have a photo here if you're interested. Gross. It's all bloody up to the handle. Please tell me it's just plain. Most likely, Fraulein. Pretty realistic, yeah? Let's pretend it's real blood for now. The defendant's prints were lifted from the murder weapon. Furthermore, traces of the victim's blood were discovered in the art room. That's where I believe the murder actually took place. So, the question now is, how did the body get from the art room to the stage? The murder weapon took place in the third floor art room, but the body was found in the quad. And it's been quite the chore. It must have been quite the chore moving the body all that way. Not at all. There's a maintenance area and storeroom right outside the art room. and a cart used to carry balls around was found there. Ah, oh, either that's bent or it's supposed to be that way. Ah, I think I've seen one of those before, but that one's a pretty big one. A jumbo, yeah, big enough to fit a person or a body in it. The defendant dropped the body from the art room window and then moved it with the cart. That is how the high school girl could have easily moved the body all by herself. You don't say!
Objection!
A body dropped from 3 stories up would show signs of massive blunt force trauma.
Objection!
That may be true, but you failed to account for the large high jump mat in the storehouse. A body dropped onto such a mat would show no signs of blunt force trauma. Yikes. It's almost scary how similar this whole case is to the mock trial proceedings. Quite the crafty killer. In an attempt to cast suspicion on the archery club, they moved the body to the quad where it would be an easy shot from the courtroom, or the club room. Then the killer faked the murder weapon by inserting an arrow into the all-stab wound. Sounds like he has only high praise for Junie's script. Were there any further arguments from the defense? Nope. Seems like the teacher who was playing the judge was satisfied too. Time for the finale then. Your verdict, if you please, Fraulein Judge. Huh? Oh, right, that's me. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Juniper Woods. Wait a second. Even if this is just a mock trial of a mock trial, I don't want to declare Junie guilty. Yeah, perhaps that's not such a good idea. Let's end our mock trial here. Besides, it's about time I get back to my investigation. Thanks, you two. That little run-through of the mock trial cleared up quite a few things. Mock trial script was added. Top secret script written by Junie. There's only one copy. Hot tongue, baby. The prosecution's already got a witness sized up too. That was quick. Prosecutor Blackbill's almost too good. You're sure in a helpful mood today, Prosecutor Gavin. Well, like I said, I just want to watch whoever killed Professor, or catch whoever killed Professor Court. And there's no reason for me to start butting heads with you two. Anyway, I won't say goodbye, as I'm sure I'll be seeing you later. I always thought prosecutors were all a rather scary bunch, but Prosecutor Gavin seems pretty nice. Yeah, he's not so bad as the prosecutors go. We should go back to investigating too. We don't have nearly enough information yet. And we have to tell Mr. Wright that we accepted Junie's case. Right. Looks like, our work is cut out for us. Most of a prominent feature in this case is how closely it resembles a script. That makes it a tough one because we have to a firm understanding of them both. No sweat. We can reenact a mock trial as many times as we want by reading the script. I'll check it in the court record and commit it to my memory. Good. I bet the script and the mock trial are going to be the centerpiece of the real trial. Make sure you know them inside and out. Yes, sir, Mr. Justice. Mr. Justice? Careful. I can get used to that. Apollo, any advice on how to investigate this case? Oh, start by interviewing people about the basic facts. Interview people. Got it. Hey, you there. What can you tell me about that? Whoa, hold on, Athena. The trial's tomorrow, so try to limit to people with some relation to the case. Okay, got it. Limit the interview pool. Right. You might also want to take it down a notch, otherwise you'll be dead by tomorrow. He wants me to calm down? At a time like this? Junie's fate rests in my hands. I just have to win this one. I think before we get into any more, massive investigation, I just wanted to get into this a little bit more. But we'll continue this more either tomorrow or Monday after work. I just wanted to get into a little bit more of the case. Hopefully, either tomorrow or Monday, we can actually start the case itself in court. Hopefully, this isn't as bad as homie in the chat said it was. Like, Turnabout Academy is going to be one of the most hated cases in the franchise. I hate that they said that, and I hope it's not true. But we're going to say it here, and we'll continue this either tomorrow or Monday. Thanks for checking out the quick stream. I gotta make sure to get some rest because I've sure as hell been yawning a lot recently from not sleeping. So, appreciate you dudes. Have a nice night. Later.